Thank you guys for coming back to another episode of Cobra TV, and The Waking Titan continues. I never thought I'd be covering further development of Waking Titan when it actually is part of my story. So this is a little bit weird, but I uploaded, I received package of 9 of 16. I uploaded side A and side B. Side A has a pretty strange message from what sounds like the voicemail that we've been hearing when you call the phone numbers from the websites. It's the same voice. I've heard that it's the donation automated voice from Twitch. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with Twitch, but it is the same voice. And we'll play it a little bit later, and we'll a lot of people have transcribed that, but it was side B that people used to get the password for the package for the fourth glyph on wakingtitan.com. And the way they figured that out is side B of the tape consisted of ambient noise and low-pitched repeated series of notes. Each note is on a specific frequency as indicated by the spectrogram. These notes were converted to MIDI values, frequencies 490, 145, 208, and so on. The frequencies were decoded into MIDI using this chart, yielding 36, 15, 21, 18, 14, 31, 25. Taking the mod 26 of each of these numbers gave us 10, 15, 21, 18, 14, 5, and 25. Converting these numbers into letters based on their position in the alphabet yields the word journey. The word journey was rotated 13 spaces. Rot 13 is fairly standard cipher seen in ARGs to produce, okay, it's WBHEARL, so WB Hurl. That was the passphrase for glyph 4. So this is the reason why when I received the tapes, I hurried up as fast as I could. I worked as hard as I could to hurry up and get the audio files to you guys, because there is no way I would have been able to figure any of that out. That is way far beyond my abilities. So I'm glad somebody did. So it's cool, but the weird thing about it is, on side A, there is so much ambient music, a lot of ambient music, and then right in the middle is the woman speaking. Some people like to call it a kid. It sounds like a woman. I don't know. I guess it's just opinion, however you look at it. And then after she's done speaking, there's a lot more ambient music. And the only thing that was used to further this puzzle along was on side B with the notes and everything to get WB Hurl. So my question is, all of that audio that's on side A with the talking and everything, it's got to mean something, right? I mean, it's definitely not there for no reason. So I wonder if the tape and what she says is going to come up later on in the ARG, and if it's going to help us further along, maybe crack another puzzle or whatever. But there is a lot of ambient music there. When I got the tape, I didn't think that there was going to be any spectrogram. For one, I couldn't see like an image, like we got with the Reddit mods tapes. I didn't see anything like that, and I didn't think I had done something wrong, because with the Reddit mods, with their cassette tapes, you can actually hear the sound drawing the letters and numbers as you played it. With my side B, I couldn't hear anything being drawn. There was just some weird pulses and things like that. So I was pretty certain we weren't going to see spectrogram, an actual image of, coherent letters and numbers. So now that we got that figured out, we are waiting for Saturday to broadcast yet another, it's probably going to be another commercial. The myriad-70.com website has began updating. So whatever happens with this radio broadcast, it's going to have something to do with myriad-70.com. And like I said in the video I uploaded showing proof that this was connected to Hello Games and showing the tape and everything, I am completely lost as to what this is going to end up turning out to be for No Man's Sky. A long time ago, as we talked about in the subcast, Sean Murray said right now, No Man's Sky is about exploration, but later it will be about other things. So it looks like we are at the stage where it's going to be about other things. And what we're seeing here with this ARG, the Waking Titan, it almost seems like it's a prequel to the lore that we already have in No Man's Sky. We have, it mentions the Atlas in this Waking Titan. It mentions the echoes. What the woman says on side A is sounding very similar to one of the abandoned buildings lore that you get. But now that we can connect this to Hello Games and seemingly connect it to No Man's Sky almost 100%, we can kind of put that speculation to rest and now focus on trying to figure out what this has to do with No Man's Sky and, how this can fundamentally change No Man's Sky. I can't imagine this just being new lore to read in the game when this finally updates. And a lot of people are pointing out that, the test build is no longer updating. So people are like, well, there's definitely not an update coming. I think that they've figured out a way to not give us a clue that an update's coming. I don't think they're doing it the way that they used to. 2 months ago, they did upload an old build test. So for all we know, that worked. For all we know, it's loaded and it's ready to go. But we're going to go ahead and play the clip from side A again.
I am alone in this space between worlds. I am alone, but for my thoughts, my words. I am alone, but for you. I see you. You must have known I could. You must have known what this was. Through these travels, we come to know ourselves, just as the universe comes to know us in turn. I cannot step through. I know now that if I do, all of this will be over. Lives come back to me. I have seen horrors and wonders. I have been cruel. I have become good and evil. I have grown beyond all such things, life after life. And now I am becoming you. One day, your voice will speak to you, telling you of something, some signal that needs answering. It will tell you of some secret at the heart of reality. Some puzzle that needs to be solved unless all life falls into decay and oblivion. Do not listen to it. If all the world is a lie, then nothing is true, not even an explanation. Abandon it. Abandon me. It is inevitable.
So to me, that sounds exactly like the Atlas speaking. I know there's a lot of theories out there that it's the echoes, but it definitely sounds like this is a being that is everything, that could destroy everything. Does not sound like echoes. And now if we go back to the PDF that was in Pyrathic's email that led to a top secret document, there's definitely some trouble at the Atlas Foundation with Elizabeth Layton. She addresses the team saying that I wanted to personally assure all of you that the Atlas Foundation is using the full weight of its resources to address the concerns we all share. Right now, we're in the preliminary phases of Waking Titan, and we're very encouraged by the results we've seen so far. Once this testing phase is complete, we'll turn our attention to the real problem as quickly as possible. But the integrity of this process requires us to be very strict about honoring our security clearances in spirit and to the letter. It could be catastrophic for any of us to slip up. I understand all of you are under a lot of stress right now, and I can't blame you. I am too. But we're all in the same boat. Please, if you need to discuss your worries, reach out to your personal coordinator and we'll help you develop a coping strategy. Thanks, as always, for your patience, your dedication, and your discretion. I'm absolutely confident we'll find a way through this by working together. Okay, so that is a letter from the CEO of the Atlas Foundation, so it definitely sounds like there is trouble at the Atlas Foundation. My theory is that the Atlas becomes self-aware. They're playing with something very powerful here, and it might take over. And since it's probably looking for a voice so that it can communicate with people, it just assumes the voicemail voice that happens to be on every one of those sites.
Thank you for your interest in multiverse. Right now, our priority is our work on abelian groups, manifolds, and basic knowledge of quick chains, the cycles, and co-boundaries. We are in urgent need of talents in this branch of mathematics. If you have that expertise, let us know through our website.
And that's why we hear that same voice on side A. It's, that's just a theory, but it definitely looks like there's trouble at the Atlas Foundation, and it sounds like the Atlas speaking on side A. Could all be wrong, but I think that the tape on side A, there's so much there for it to be just extra. And only side B was used for the puzzle, and nothing happened when the puzzle was when it was solved and the passphrase was put in, the WB hurl. So I really think that side A is going to come into play later. It's going to make more sense to us as maybe after Saturday. But a lot of people are asking me to check the back of the poster. I have. I've also checked the socks. Some people made me check the socks on the subcast last night. I've went through everything. I've scanned the barcodes. I've done all that I can do with the package. I've even checked the box really well and the flaps and everything, seen if there was anything written on the inside of the box. So there's nothing else. So at this point, we're waiting on tomorrow. We're waiting on for the radio station to broadcast the commercial, which is probably going to be a commercial, and just a whole bunch of theories. I want to hear you guys' theories about everything that's going on. So comment down below. Let me see what you guys think. Do you guys think it's the Atlas or the Echoes or neither? I'm curious to know what you guys think. I want to thank everybody for your support, especially last night in the subcast. Amazing support. You guys are the best community on YouTube, period. And I just want to thank you for that. And as always, I love you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Until next time.